she thought, fuck it, this asshole is not going to kill me here. So she stood up and, she saw that she was few feet to the end of the parapet now. So she just started to like run it. So Jack made a kind of like grab for her, but she kind of ducked, so he could not grab her backpack. So the last few steps, that was how she just jumped down. So she jumped down, and he still tried to grab her, despite the fact that she was not on the parapet. So she already removed one of the daggers sheathed at her thigh. So she just pressed it against his balls, like. So, according to the codex, like the codex is a set of rules that guides riders. So, like, they follow the codex. That's their role, is their life, literally. So she was like, according to the codex, she was like, according to the codex, you cannot hurt me because she's no longer on the parapet. She was already a cadet. So, but me, as I'm on the floor and you are still there, I can hurt you and I will kill you easily. So, what's it going to be? So he was like, she should not quote the codex for him. So the cadets, they were standing to take the names of the people that are crossed now. So the cadets was just like, well, she has you there. So she is already a cadet, but you are still an initiate. So what's it going to be? Are you going to behave, or Cadet Sorenge can just and save us the trouble? So he was like, what is going to stop him from killing her? So the cadets that they were standing were like, well, he can kill her, but he will find out that they don't wait for the leadership before they mete out punishments in these squadrons, because they're going to kill him too. So, well, what are you going to do? Kind of like, what are you going to do? So Violet was like, are you going to behave? He said yes. So that's how she just removed the dagger. So, and Jack was able to come down from the parapet. Oh, that guy is nice. He's a power with it down. So she gave the cadets taking the names, her name. So that one was like General Sorange's daughter. She said yes. So I was like, well, he's not surprised with the maneuver she pulled. So when she left, her knee was swollen, like, and then the adrenaline was already, waning. So she was feeling nauseous, and you don't show weakness in the rider squadrons, like, don't show weakness at all. So she just saw the NATOs. So when that one saw her, it was like, V, what are you doing here? Like, he was surprised because she was supposed to go to the scribe squadrons. So then Rhiannon came to, like, you made it. Yeah, she made it. So Dane guided her to an alcove, like a kind of privacy. So when she sat, he already said, her knee, So it was like, Rhiannon was like, they should, change their shoes. So when they swapped, he told Rhiannon that she should go to one of these cadets that was taking them, the one with this kind of hair, like, Rhiannon should go to her and tell her that he's calling in the favor that she owes him. Last day now. So she should put both Violet and Rhiannon in his own squad. So Rhiannon left. So then was like, where is she at? She said her knee. And then she already threw up. So he was like, okay, come on. So it took the shot kind of like snuck away, went to his room so that she'll be able to rewrap her leg, that's the word, to wrap her knees. So she wrapped the knees, and then when they were now going back to formation, it was just like, they can take this side and she can just go to the scribe squadrons. He's going to sneak her into the scribe squadrons so that she's not going to be in the rider squadrons. So she was like, It is my mom that said she should come here. Oh. So if she should go to the rider to the scratch code, and she's going to drag her by her ear back to the rider's code, and she doesn't want that Sulabeg. So then was like, she's not going to survive. I said, but that is what her mom wants. So, and she cannot defy her. Like, they knows her mom. So what is he saying? I was just like, okay. So they went back to formation, and then the last cadets already came. So she said, like, she's not going. So they went back to formation, and well, they started putting them into the various groups, kind of the year ones. So there's the first wing, the second, the fourth wing. Now there's the flame section, the tail section, and the wing section. So when she was put with Dane's squad, and she realized that she is not directly under Zayden, so she was glad, like, thank God, he cannot do anything to me now. So she got cocky, let me use that word. So, and she smirked at Zayden. So when she smirked, that kind of, I'm sure I know that you command. So that was how Zayden was like, So he just decided to, like, he called the other wing leaders. Now wing leaders are like the leadership for each wing, have a kind of like that kind of thing. So Zayden is for the fourth wing. So he called the other wing leaders, and he just spoke with them. So that was how they just said, okay, there's an error, and they're going to, like, rectify the error. So then Eto's squad, like, they should move to Zayden's wing. So Violet was like, oh god, like, which rubbish is this one? So Zayden now looked at her like, what are you going to do? Buy anything? Like, with that kind of expression. So she was just like, God, she's fucked. Like, he can easily kill her, as she's directly under his wing now. He can kill her and get away with it. Like, you can just say he's trying to weed the weak, and nobody is going to bat an eye. So that was how some dragons came, like, I think 4. So they came, they perched on the edge of the stone wall, So Zayden was addressing the new cadets, like, you feel invincible, you feel like, yeah, you are a rider now, that kind of thing. So the people, like, the new cadets now, they were like, yeah, they are riders, they are cadets, that kind of thing. So it was just like, yeah, you are invincible, you are cadets. So when the dragons landed, that was how, when some people, dragon fear took hold of some people now. So they saw the dragons, like, they tugged their tail and they ran. Now the thing is this, when you see a dragon, you don't run. That is the general, like, you don't run. So when those guys ran, that was how those dragons, or rather one of them, that one just burnt the people that turned and ran. They just, like, what was left of them was ashes, like, burns them crisp. So she was like, oh god. So she just said that she caught the attention of one of the dragons, the blue. And another thing is this, you don't look a dragon in the eye, like, don't look them eyeball to eyeball, that kind of thing. So when she said that she has caught the eye, she just kind of, like, looked and like, oh god, that kind of thing. So that dragon just chuffed, and well, so after the burning of the cadets that ran, so Zayden was now like, well, you are not invincible, and you are only riders if and when dragons choose you. So, and in this place, you are going to learn to be invincible. So do you feel powerful? Do you feel invincible? Like, do you feel on top of the world now? Nobody could say anything again. So they dismissed the formation, like they should all go to their rooms, to the rather dorm. So everybody was just tired. Like after that experience, they just went to. They went. They slept. So the next morning, classes. Now, when before at each formation, at each formation every morning, there is a man. He's one of their boss, Sha. I can't remember his title, whether it's a colonel. I don't remember whether he's a colonel. So, Fitzgibbon. So he reads the death roll, like the people that died the previous day. So it is every morning they read the death roll, and at the end of it, like we commend their soul to Malek before they start anything. So they did that. They went to class. Battle brief. Now in battle brief, they talk about the battles that their riders that are on the field face with their enemy. Now, on their continents, there are two kingdoms. One is their own, Never, and the other is Porome, and their enemies. Like, so the Poromish they are always attacking Neverians. So now the way Never has riders, like the people that ride dragons, the Poromish has griffons, half orc, half lion. So they, in case of the for the dragons that Never has, those ones has griffons, and they have people that ride that griffons too. You get, so and those ones they are flyers. So there's always skirmish, there's always battle. That's just it. So the purpose of the battle brief is just to discuss the battle that the lieutenants on the field face against the Poromish. So at battle brief, normal they talk, like what do you think, what could be the cause, that kind of thing, yada yada yada. So that was how at the end of the class rather. So Dane called her. He like took her aside, like he already spoke with Markham. That Markham is like is the boss at the Scribe Squadrons. Now Violet is supposed to be a star student. Like she's supposed to be a star student, his pride. Because everybody already knew that Violet was going to the Scribe Squadrons until her mother changed her mind. So Dane was like, he already told, when Markham saw Violet in particular, he was surprised, like, Violet. so Dane was now telling Violet now, like, he told Markham that and Markham said he will still take Violet and he's going to hide her so that the mother won't know that she has left the Rider Squadrons. So Violet was just like she cannot even do it. Like, she can't do it because she knows her mother. Like, she's not going to risk that. Like, then she just drop it. She's not going to the Scribe Squadrons. Like, he's trying to protect her because they're going to kill her in this situation. Like, yeah, she knows, but at least she's going to try. So when she got to her room, she met a letter under her pillow and a book, one of her father's book that he left for her. So when she read not even her father's book. So when she read the letter, it was a letter from Mira that she was telling her that, hey Violet, I waited till this morning to hear the death roll. So, and she's glad that her name is not on the death roll. So she's glad that she's not the only child. Okay, so here is like she should check the book that she attached, that it is Brennan's, their older brother, that gave her Mira. Now, like, Brennan gave Mira the book when Mira was going to the Rider Squadrons too. So now she is giving it to Violet so that she'll be able to survive the squadrons too. So she was like, okay. So they have a kind of what's it called? I can't put the name to it, but it is a kind of all the new cadets. So they have a kind of showing. It's not showing, but whereby they kind of know your strengths, that kind of they fight, that kind of thing. So they know your strength and all that. So and one of the um cadets in the year two, pink-haired, Imogen with rooms. So here's the thing about the rooms, because Zayden has rooms too, from his face to the tip of his fingers. Now there are those cadets with rooms, they are known as the separatist kid. Now the separatists were those people, I said I mentioned that Zayden said Violet's mom killed his dad. So Zayden's dad led the insurgents against Neville. Now he was like the great betrayer, the Zayden's father. So all the kids of the people that supported Zayden, they were mad with that rune. So they had runes, all of them, they had runes on their hand. So now there is a girl with rune in year two that was like, she wanted to try Violet. So they got on the mats and Violet's mouth fed off to that one. That was how that girl broke Violet's hand. Normally, see, something that a normal person might just be bruised or like say sprain, that kind of thing. Violet's joints will pop, like pop. So I feel like even if Imogen's if she had been say fighting a normal person, the joints might not pop, but because it was Violet, her shoulder popped and she fainted. She had to be taken to the last quadrants. So when they got to the last quadrants, the healer, there's a mender there. The mender, a mender is a rider that has the power of healing. So you get, so the mender there, Nolan, he knows that like he has been taking care of Violet since he was young. So when he saw her, he was like, Violet, rider quadrant, like, what are you doing there? So she was like, her mother. So she told Nolan that he's going to treat her, he's going to mend her just this once. Because the moment the other riders realize that she's weak and breathe to die, they are going to just continue coming after her. So, and she doesn't want that. So you will mend her this once and she's not going to come back. Like, she's just going to take the normal days for recovery that normal regular people take, and she's going to like make sure she doesn't fall into that kind of bullshit again. So Nolan mended her. So when she got back to her room, well, she fainted again because putting bone back in place. So when she woke up in her room and she started reading that Brennan's book that Mira left for her. So he was talking about how she can survive in the Riders Quadrants. Then he said the fights, that because they have the fights, so they pair them like this person and this person. So trying to measure, like to find the weaknesses, the stronger person, that kind of challenges. Yes. So Brennan was like, if you know what you are looking for, you can already know who you'll be facing and you can prepare against it. So she was just thinking, at least if she cannot fight anybody, she can shout poison them. So she just went out that night with her satchel, with her hand in a sling, because the hand is still there. So she went out to gather roots that she was going to need to poison the people that are going to challenge her. So she already got, she climbed the tree to pick a berry. So it was when she was on that tree, as she was coming down, she just realized that some people are coming towards that tree. So she had to like stay put on the tree. So she saw Zayden, then Imogen, the girl that popped her hand. So she was just thinking that if she wants to get her revenge now, she can just kick her now Like, she's behind them and they don't know that she was there. So she was like, she can just kick Emoji now and repay her for the favor. So she just thought, well, it's just that she just doesn't want to die sharp, because she knows that the moment she pulls that, Zedin is going to kill her. So she's like, well, I like my life, Sha. Let me shall be looking at her. So she was there. Then she saw that more people were coming, more people were coming. Now, it was not going to be a problem until she realized that it was the kids, it's separatist kids, all those kids with runs. Like, why are they meeting? Plus, it is a crime in their, it is a crime in Nigeria for all those kids to be meeting. Like, they are not supposed to meet in a group of 3. If they are going to be like 2, that's the max that's supposed to, but like more than 2 dozens, like if leadership gets wind of this, they're going to kill them. It's like, well, let me see what they are going to talk about. So Zayden was like, he wants to know which aspects they are having issues with. Like, so that he wants to know which aspects they are finding challenging. So whether it is hand to hand, maybe it's the normal courses, physics, that kind of thing, history. So some people said they are going to have hand to hand, they are having challenges with hand to hand, and then so he like assigned them to the older cadets, the ones in year 2 and year 3. So like they will give them more training, you get. So it just, like that kind of thing. Like, she just realized that, Violet realized that, okay, they're not doing anything bad. If anything, he's trying to keep them alive. So why will she report them? Like, she was thinking that. So when those people, when they've talked about that, that was how that was how one of them just asked, when do we get to kill the Sorengale's kid? Violet was like, okay. Okay, I'm still part of this meeting discussion. Okay. So she said, so Zeddy was like, you don't get to kill her. They're like, so the guy that asked grumbled like, what? Like, her mom is responsible for the death of their parents, so it is only right that they kill her too. So another one of the cadets, Garrick, is Zayden's friend. Garrick was like, we are not Nevarians. Like, we don't punish the kids for the offense of their parents. So they are bigger than that. So somebody was like, but that doesn't mean that they shouldn't go after her, that kind of thing. So Zayden was like, there will be no going after her. Like, anybody that goes after her will have to deal with him. So he's going to handle her. Capish? So, well, the child grumbled and they accepted. Like, there's no going to go after Violet though. So there was that warning, that kind of thing. So Violet was like, he's telling them not to come after me so that he himself can come after me and kill me. Okay. Okay. So the meeting ended, and so Zayden told them to go in group of 3s, like three. So they left. So she already felt fine. Like, all of them have left now. That was how she just came down. She climbed down from the tree, and when she climbed down, she kind of like, was it that she hit a wall or he covered her mouth? So she was like, oh shit. She thought they had all left, but Zayden was still there, and now he has caught her.